All right, it's like, whoa, it's like 90 degrees and real humid out. What I do is try to get some metal detect videos up, but I'm going to do a double duty, and I'm going to drive down out into a field where there used to be a house. And I would say probably had to have been mid-1800s, maybe a little later, 1870s. It's no longer there, but we're going to head out and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right, I've hit right over here before. This used to be a schoolhouse back before 1918. How I know that is my house that I live in is the old schoolhouse that was built in 1918. And everybody transferred to there. But we had this school, which I've metal detected here before and found some few old coins. And behind me, across the road, there's a real old house, but it's so full of poison ivy, and I'm allergic to it, that I can't get in there to mess with it ever. But out in this field, looking on the old plat maps or whatever, gonna be bumpy. They just put some, I don't know what to put in here, kind of winter wheat or something. Maybe it's soybeans, don't look like them. But up here is a homestead that used to be along this road. And of course, long gone. You can't even tell there was anything there. And you look on the maps from MapWorks, and you could see somebody used to own, looked like a house here. You talk to the older people around here, and they've said they remembered a house being here, or their dad remembered years ago. And what I've done is found a lot of pottery and glass and stuff here, about right in here, without a metal detector. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just scout it and see if I see anything. It's a little too hot right now to metal detect. Look right here. I'm hoping to find arrowheads is what I want. What the hell is that? Well, that's like real weird. Almost looks like molten glass. Well, that's something worthwhile to look at. That's a rock. What the heck? Pretty neat. I don't know what that would be. Well, we're going to clean it up and see. That is so weird. Almost looks like, I don't know. Check it out. How do you like my pail? My kid's trick-or-treat pail. Well, that was neat. Tell you what, I'm grabbing a bucket. What are the chances of walking into that? Said it just rained. It's been raining a lot, so the chances of running across an arrowhead, which I got to get a video up on my other one. I found a spear point from, like, I don't know, between 5,000 and 8,000 BC across the road, way up in the woods. And I got to get that video up. I actually found it last year, 2018. See, that looks like clay. I don't know. It's real hot out, so I'm not going to spend hardly any time. Here we go, see? Find pottery. So I know the signs are, there had to have been a house here. A lot of red rock. That's a brick from a house. So look at this. Glass. So when the sun starts going down a little, I'm going to take the metal detector out and see if I can't find something. I might stray down there, just quick walk or ride the scooter through it maybe. Look for arrowheads. If they're around, white ones, should be able to run across a couple. This is what I'm afraid of with a metal detector. Man, that's a top of an old square nail. Fine. I'll be using my Nokta Impact. Man, look at that piece of pottery. Should be able to find something decent in here, you'd think. Like I said, main goal, arrowheads. Secondary goal, metal detect old coins of something. Hopefully silver. Old cow tag. Another piece of glass. Alright, I could be wrong, but I don't think this is man-made. Definitely a glass-like surface on here. And blends in. Sure looks like agate. Like a real deep blue. Could be wrong. But I don't think this is man-made. That looks like part of fossils. It's almost like glass, but I thought it was glass, but it's not. It's just a blue, nice blue colored agate. I don't know if I should try cutting on this or not with my rock saw. A lot of blue in here. When it gets a little darker out, I'm going to shine a light down in and see. Alright, I got my Nokta Impact here. I'm not blocking anything out, and I'm running in, what is it, VLX2, so it's going to be a little chattery, see what happens. I got it ground balanced. Probably should have waited, the sun's still out, so I'm not going to go too hard. But we're going to take a wander down through this and see what I could find. But this, a lot of noise. Alright, this is the next day. It goes too hot that afternoon, and I also found out my 11 by 7 coil was cracked, and it was giving me some terribly false readings. So now I got my little Nokta coil on. We're going to have to run with that, see what we can find. It just rained last night again, so be nice to find an arrowhead. What I'm going to do is walk down one long path and see what I find. I don't know if I want to dig this or not. Piece of no idea what it is. Thick metal. I'll have to clean it up when we get home. Got a hole in it. Real thick metal. Still more in there. Might as well do another one. I switched over to deep. Let's try back to this. I guess piece of iron. I don't think that's a nail. I don't know what it is. But that was small. Here's a pretty strong signal. Coming up like a penny. bullet. Lead. Might as well dig this. Acts like, I would say, aluminum. First thought it was railroad tie. It's off a piece of implement. Yeah, well, this is. You notice I got iron so it just kind of grunts. Never mind, I already see something. Old nail. Real old nail. I'm up towards where that house was right now. Homestead or whatever you want to call it. So nails, especially these old, can't tell if that's a, yeah, it's a square nail. Coming up 1819 on this Nokta. Okay, we're coming up a solid 82, 83 right here. What frequency am I in? I'm at 14 for frequency. What about turning sideways? 84, 82. Not, can't be that deep with that little coil. You never know. Could be a giant pop can for all I know. Big piece of aluminum. Oh, it's deep, so it's not a coin. Too bad. Huh. Whatever it is, it's right in here. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. It is a coin. What is it though? No. Don't tell me it's a modern. Sure got a lot of green corrosion on it. Out in the middle of that field. Told you there's a house here. One time. I'm pretty sure this is an Indian head. Well, we're gonna add some luck in this baby. Gotta remember to bring a brush with me. We're gonna have to clean that up when we get home. I have no idea what it is. Goes to show you with a little bit of research, you wouldn't think out here in the middle of this field, found my first, what I'm thinking is an Indian head. We'll look at the date, but knowing where to hunt sure helps. We got 84 again. Is that what that one come up? 83, 84. 15 feet from where that coin was. Oh, washer. Rolled washer. Gosh darn it, that rang up good. Alright, I'm back to 84 again. 87, 88. Part of that bolt. Part of that washer. Nail. Real old one. Switch back to deep, and probably not a good answer. There's stuff all over in here. Right down there is where I found that coin. There's some more pottery. And some glass. I don't know if I should dig these ones that are broken like this or not. now on, solid signals. Another piece of glass. It says 58 on it. Right by that glass. Pretty strong signal, but it's real bouncy. Not sure what it was for. Whatever it is, it's quite old. Off a belt or something? I don't know. Alright, I'm going to head back for a little bit. Well, that's definitely an Indian head. I'm still trying to hit the date here. Pretty corroded. There's the date right. 18. Wow. 18 something. 1880. Almost. I'll have to get a magnifier. Alright. Do I dig it or not? Kind of a low, but it is one spot. I'm running an 82, 83 to 85. Perfect 85 there. You know what? I'm going to crank my drink gain up. Well, that's a solid 87. Look at that. Man, that ain't a coin. I don't know what is. I'm 20 feet that way was that Indian head. And I did take that home and clean it up. And I got a 1883 out of it. But I also messed it up in the process. Used vinegar. And I don't think I'll be doing that again. Whoa, wait a minute here. Silver, got silver. What is it? Man, that's a, looks like a seeded, that's a seeded quarter? I think it is. Oh, that is. I can't tell the date, 1850 something. I got my gosh darn glasses on me. I'm not going to rub that too much. It's in a pretty good shape yet. Well, can't tell. It's like in pretty damn good shape. You know what? They're pocketing that. I think I found two other seededs that old. That's an 1850 something. That's like, that might be the oldest coin I've ever found by a long shot. Well, not a long shot, but I can guarantee you. Check that hole again. That is awesome. All right, quarter, and that penny was over there. You know, this has to be this area right through here. Gotta have been a homestead. Had to have been. The amount of stuff that I've been finding. I gotta get a bigger coil again. My other one's ruined. Can't use it. This little one just doesn't go too deep. That coin wasn't very deep. Here we go again. Upwards of a 50, 60. That right there is a nail, guarantee you. That was a square nail, once again. And in here is where that higher signal was. I'm going to check it again with just to see. Still choppy. There's got to be more than one thing in there. Or it's deep enough. Notice how it does come up higher. Alright, where'd you go? Oh, here we are. Look at this. Another penny. Indian head. Another Indian head within feet. Probably 15, 20 feet of that other one. We're not going to rub this one raw. I don't know what the date is. We're gonna look that up when we get home. Pretty awesome. Very awesome. This is like down at that tree line way down there was that old school, and I found probably 3 or 4 old coins. And not a heck of a lot of trash, but I'm passing up. Tremendous amount of trash around here. Oh, look at this. There's still something in there. Whatever it is, it's deep. Oh, come on. Where does this stuff go? There ain't no way. I just had it. That was a nail. There it is right there. Threw that clump over. Another square nail. So, had a square nail in with that Indian head. I was able to get it. So that's impressive. I'm getting another, this is up to a 47, 35. Yeah, it's kind of choppy. Heck with it. Let's hurry up and dig this out. That's most likely gonna be a nail. One thing I don't notice is the soil's all pretty much the same. It don't change. All right, we got right in there. Right here, whatever it is. Yeah, more than one signal in there. Right here. All right, whatever it is, it's right here. There's our nail. Man, look how old that is. It just broke right in two. Please let that be a coin. Oh, I think I got another coin. I do. No, I don't. It's got a hole in the middle. What is that? A button? Hey, I think that's an old, I don't know, a button. Looks like it. I don't see no writing on nothing. Oh, that's an old button. From like a farm coat or something. Pretty neat. I definitely don't mind that. Alright, I got right where that was. There's something right here. That's coming up in the 80s. And right here, real loud. That's faint. That's 80. $70, $74. Like almost on top. What's that? Not sure what that is. Piece of metal. I guess copper. A cap to something. Belt? No. I don't know. That is neat. I don't know what it is though. I'll clean that up when we get home. I want to see what that other thing is. I was getting an 82 right here. And then I had getting a good signal there. That's so weird. Like real weird. I have nothing there. I thought for sure I had a piece of metal, which was there, whatever that was, and a good coin right here. That was like a high 80s. See how that thing's jumping? You know what? I'm going to go to a different frequency. Should we dare try 5? It seems to do a better job if that was a nail. If it wasn't, it's doing a worse job. Now there's a 1920 bouncing up to the 30s. Telling you, these nails are wreaking havoc with this, but I'm beginning to think this is a nail. If I were to go 20, Same thing. Go down to 5 for the frequency. You know what, I'm going to stay at 14 kilohertz. I hate to say this, but I missed my V3i. But this is a dang good detector. It really pisses me off that that coil broke though, my main one. I wanted to run this through the test bed. I haven't had a chance yet. No, I can't with this. Anything that drops down on the 18s, I'm not going to dig right now. A couple more times out here before this gets too big, and stick around the area where I found these coins, and that's right in through here. Is where these coins have been, and I'm pretty sure up in there's more buildings at one time, because I find a lot of nails up there. Don't find so much down in here, but it's all in this area. So I'm shutting the camera off till we see some more. There's a spot where I dug that first Indian head, and right here, getting a 73, but it's real bouncy. It's a pretty good signal. We're gonna go ahead and dig it. There it is. What the heck is that now? You know what that is? Well, it's a piece of copper, but it's folded over. A little piece of, well, that turned red when I bent it. It's a piece of copper or tin. Let's say maybe a beaver tail. No, it's not. Just a piece of metal. That's all that was. Pretty sure that's a piece of copper. All right, I'm not gonna get away from this area. There's a 80, another one. Same thing, high. That's where I found that first Indian head. See what happens. No, guess what? That's melted. That's a bullet, maybe. Piece of melted something. It's not aluminum, I'll tell you that right now, but that's solidly melted metal. We're gonna take that home and check it out. Copper or something. What the heck would that be doing out here in the middle of a field melted like that? Would say that that's a bullet, but I don't think it is. Not melted that bad. Well, here's the first coin and them other hits. Now, perfect 73 to 76. Same thing. Well, 78, 79. We're going for this. And I don't know where it is. Well, come on. Why does this keep happening? And I lost it. It was in that. And it fell out. This. There it is. Guess what? It is a button. Totally brass little button. Small. It's all together yet too. That's pretty cool. Copper or brass button. That was a lot of effort for that small item. Figured it was small when I first started digging it. I think my battery's about dead, so I'm going to shut this off till I get this dug. Now that was a square nail right here. That was the one that was there, not over there. That's weird. Let's see what happens. All that was that square nail throwing that signal off. Them are nails in there. I'm going to have to probably get rolling back for today. I might cut the video here. We look at what we found and hopefully put another one up before this gets too deep here. One thing I want to do is drive and just look for arrowheads. That was my initial intentions. But I've always wanted to hit this spot on account of knowing there was a homestead here. So I live right by here, so this is the first time they've actually plowed this good, and that's why I was doing it. Normally they chisel plow and it's bumpier than heck. And let's head back and see what everything looks like. Alright, just goes to show what you can pull out of the middle of a field. I mean, let's start with this. This little rivet, brass button, or like a rivet. Pretty neat. I don't know if that was for a coat or some kind of pants or something, but it is all, looks like copper brass. Numerous, which I didn't pick anywhere near any of them up. The glass and pottery, and there's a million square nails down in there. There's a few. This was probably off some horse-drawn implement at one time. Never really cleaned it up. And another nail. And that piece looks like aluminum, but it's heavier than aluminum. Melted. Don't know why that would have been down there. Although I found this down in there too. This is starting to come apart. That feels like aluminum. This don't. It's heavier. Or nail. And then this piece of metal, no idea what that was. It's all bent up. And I didn't 100% clean it, but it had something here in the middle. And it's thick. It isn't like punch steel. I don't know what this is. I have no idea. Someone else would possibly know. And I haven't figured out what this is for. But that's, looks like copper. And I guarantee it was for something. Got two little pins here coming out like it went over the top of something, and then cleaned it up more. Some kind of a lip. Oops. Here, I just pushed it up. I don't want to break it. Weird. And then this piece of metal, two rivets or something on the end of there. I think this might have been a plate for something. That was weird. Old button. Real old. Thick. Could actually use that. And first Indian head ended up being an 1883, and I don't ever soak in vinegar like that. That's sad. This next one, I do believe, was a 1890, I don't remember now, 1906 Indian head, so that was cool. And my favorite find, 1877 Seated Liberty, and that's an S. It's pretty wore out. They got it cleaned up pretty good. You can definitely read the date, 1877 S. That's awesome. Totally awesome. I got to get me another coil for that Nokta though. I want to keep doing that. I think I'm passing up deep targets. I'd like to get back down there. Oh, one thing I almost forgot was this rock. This here is molten. All this looks like glass on top. This is not man-made. I'm telling you that right now. If you were to look here, you can see a deep blue down in there a ways. And it comes across. I'm almost tempted to slice this. And it looks like, I don't know what that is. If that's a fossil, or it was setting into something. Could it be plaster? I don't know. It's way too heavy, so that's just weird. Out in the middle of the field, you look on here, it's just so hard to tell. I don't believe this is man-made. I really don't. It's almost like it melted real. But anyways, that was the other thing. And there you are. Maybe I'll throw up a, I don't know, magnet fishing video eventually here. So, till the next time, there you go.